What is up, Retro Maniacs? Welcome to the Retro Card Chat podcast. I am Mike from Mike's Retro Trading Cards, and I am joined by two men who've been furiously training to throw down with Pac-Man at the National in a desperate attempt to gain viewership. They are EP Eric Pahowick and Joe Day. How you doing, guys?
I think I could take him. I mean, just the weight advantage
he
alone,
would
right?
Kick your butt.
Like a sumo
He's
wrestler.
So nice, and he would just kick ass. Oh, what's new, Joe?
Not much, man. I've been going through this great card reorganization thing that has been taking up most of my time, and I'm still. I started June 26th. I haven't had an alcoholic beverage, so it's been kind of crazy, but. Wow. I'm getting all ready. My liver's getting all ready for the National.
See your eye twitching a little bit.
I know, right? When you stop drinking caffeine and your eyes just start bugging out, that's kind of how I feel.
You're going to be a total lightweight by the time we get to the National.
Right.
You have two beers, you're going to be done. What's up, EP?
Oh, work was long this week, but I did make a deal to get some a giant box of junk wax, which was pretty awesome. Ooh. With our sports editor at the paper. So that was a lot of fun. Got some really, really fun stuff in there. So
tell us more about that.
I'm going to rip some of it for sure. It is more 1990 Upper Deck baseball packs than any one human should probably own. They weren't in a box. It's 3 boxes worth of just random packs all stacked up in this box. Bunch of 1990 Donruss rack packs and a couple unopened boxes of 91 Bowman baseball, like just a lot of 1990 and 91 baseball stuff.
Wow, what are you going to do with that? You're gonna rip it all.
I'm gonna rip. I might rip all the 90 Upper Deck. Like that's ridiculous. It's dumb. I shouldn't, but I might rip all of it.
Why not?
Why not? And I got 2 boxes of 91 Bowman. I might as well rip at least one of those boxes, right?
Right.
I'm sure our viewers would love to see that. Yeah,
for sure.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, for sure.
Watch you pull that Reggie Jackson autograph out of the 90 Upper Deck.
Yeah, that's the card. That's the card I'm looking for. It'll be weird to pull that card out of there.
It might be in there. We might need to do a rip roast of the 1990.
Probably is in there. I'll be open. Just one more. I was telling myself one more pack.
One more 36 packs.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, did you buy anything this week?
I mean, shocking. A couple of Brady rookies. I mean,
come
on.
Really?
Why wouldn't I?
Wow. Do tell.
Yeah, I did I got a Fleer medal, which we posted on the channel. Just kind of doing the review of the authentication process, but that card has gone down surprisingly. I got it really cheap. For the last, I'd say 3 weeks, it's dropped. Before it dropped, it was like a $1,100 card, $1,200 card. I got it for $750, I think. Wow. So I'm just going to sit on it and see what happens. I already have one for my PC, but I figured that would be a good one. I mean, everyone loves metal. It's got the metal logo, which is really popular. And, football season, I think it should bounce back. So I thought for that low of a price, I'll take a gamble. And then I got a new playoff prestige Brady rookie to replace the one I had in my collection, which was an SGC 6. The grade did not bother me at all because it presented really well. It was more shockingly, I did not like it in the SGC Tux. Very rarely do I say that.
Wow.
But I actually like it more in a clear. I would have gone for a CSG or even a Beckett if they had one. But this one, it was a PSA 7. I got it for not that much more than I sold the SGC 6 for. So it turned out pretty well. But yeah, that came in this week and looked really good. It's already on the display shelf over here. How do I point? Over here. So
over there.
Over there somewhere. But yeah, so that's good. And I just missed out on another one last night I'm really upset about, but I digress. Or 2 nights ago it was. I missed out on Mystique, which went for a reasonable price. So
well, you'll have to look at the National.
Hey, look at that. Going right.
That.
Good teaser for later in the episode.
I picked up a few things this week. I got if you look over my shoulder here, my Paul Heyman and Paul E. Dangerously autograph right there. Love that print.
That is very
cool. If I can hold this up, I got a Joel Gertner ECW autograph card. Yes, the quintessential stud muffin right there. And speaking of the National, I was going to look for a certain card there, but I was able to pick it up on eBay.
Ooh.
The 2014 Topps Chrome Paul Heyman Gold, numbered out of 50, but I got a PSA 10. I got this for like the same price as the last Raw one that went, so I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, I put my bid. My bid was actually, I'm not even gonna lie, quite a bit higher than the 250. I think I went like over 300 on it, but I think seller had it ending in the middle of the afternoon. I think probably hurt it a little bit. I think it was actually Probstein. So I mean, they have them all day, all night, all different things. So
is it number to 10? Like, what's the gold number to?
It's number to 50.
50. Okay.
So 50. Yeah, see if I can put that where you can see it on the back. There we go. They're kind of hard to see, but it's there.
Yeah. It's there.
It is 24 out of 50. So really happy to pick that one up. I also I bought another 2015 Topps Chrome Gold, and actually I bought two. I got one more, but I bought two. So I have 4 of those now, 4 out of the 50. I'd like to get 5, then I have 10% of the card.
Why stop there?
Yeah. Cool.
Why stop there? Right? Just keep going, man. Just keep going.
Hey, I'm getting them at a good price, so I'm gonna keep buying if I can keep getting them at a good price. So
did the 10 have to go through the authentication process?
No. No. I don't know what the limit is for that. So
that was my subtle way of asking how much that one cost you.
Yeah. It was like 250, just slightly over 250.
Oh, so, okay. I think it's 500, by the way. Is the
okay?
Yeah, I think it's 500, but there's talk of it dropping to 200, isn't there? Didn't I see something where somebody said it was going to go down to 200?
Wouldn't surprise me because the raw graded stuff, the raw authenticity stuff has been dropping. I'm not even sure where that is now. Is that 200 or something like that? But yeah. So we are full of information today. But I also bought a new table for my studio in here.
So look at that.
The problem is I don't know how to get the new table together with all the stuff I have in the studio and get the old table out with all the stuff I have piled up on it. If you look over there, that was right. I have a little bit on there, and I actually cleaned that off. So
plus you have the new chair that you got last week. I don't think you mentioned you're killing it.
I am moving up in the world.
How many slabs are there back there behind you?
I don't know.
What's the number?
Probably 100 and some, maybe. I don't know.
Any viewers want to guess? Michael give away half of them if you get the number exactly right. Just guess below. Guess below.
I will. All right. Well, let's get to it a little bit. We'll start off with a little bit of hobby news. So not a whole lot of news this week, actually. Surprisingly, after last week where we were overwhelmed by news, one of the things I did pick up this week is, though, let's talk a little bit about Panini. Panini apparently has begun sending out Panini Points to people who have had redemptions, like sitting for a while that were unfulfilled. I saw one person in particular that was waiting on a Calvin Ridley that they gave him 150 Panini Points for that. I know, you can request a replacement. I saw one other person, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but said that they updated their terms of service on their app when you signed in, that you agreed that they could replace it with that. Not sure if that's true or not, but I know I did recently have to update the terms when I signed in. So, I mean, 150 Panini Points for an autograph, like, come on.
Yeah.
They don't care. They've given up. They don't care.
I was going to make a joke with a prop, be like, this is Panini phoning it in. But with Calvin Ridley, at least give him a free bet on DraftKings or something, right? I mean, come on.
Low-hanging fruit.
One free bet, but you have to bet on the Falcons. Okay. But yeah, this is ridiculous. This is Panini phoning it in. They don't care anymore. And honestly, I'm curious if it's like, well, if I get a redemption, I would never keep it. That would be on eBay in a heartbeat, because at this point, the odds of you getting a redemption back with the actual autograph of the player you want. I've even seen stories of people with old redemptions from Topps and other products, send those in and still get something of equal value. This 150 Panini points for an autograph of someone who is still a star and I'm sure will be back in the league probably next season or the following season, I should say. I mean, that's just a slap in the face. I think the Tyler Boyd autograph that I got off of using my Panini points cost more Panini points than that 150.
Oh, they have nothing you can get
nothing
good for 150 points.
I think Tom Savage, I swear to God, I think Tom Savage was 150.
Wow.
Like Tom Savage.
Wow.
He went to Pitt. In case the viewers were wondering why I wanted a Tom Savage autograph, he went to Pitt.
EP thoughts?
Well, I know. I feel like Panini Points are like getting a subscription to the Jelly of the Month Club. It's a gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
The whole year.
Yeah. But no, I mean it's terrible. Like you guys said, 150 points is nothing for their. Like if you want to get anything decent at all, 150 points is nothing. I know when I was going back through my stuff, I don't know if I talked about it on this pod or not, but I found a redemption for 2012 Topps or 2012 Panini Gold something, but it was a rookie card, and I sent it in. There was no way I'm going to get a card back. So I said, yeah, send me the Panini points. And it was for like the number 5 overall pick or number 6 overall pick or something like that. And it was like, they gave me points. Like, I think it was, they gave me like 100 points, like something ridiculous. Like you can't to get anything decent, it's 150 is a joke. And Ridley was he's like a superstar when he played, and he'll probably be a superstar again when he plays. Like, it's nuts.
Well, the good news for me is I have 3 cards waiting there, so I should get 450 points. My Paul Heyman I has been since the beginning of April. So April, May, June, like we're coming up on 4 months on that. Like he's not even like a football player, baseball player. I don't know what the problem is, but everybody has redemptions they're waiting on. I have Elijah Moore that numbered out of 15, a rookie patch auto. Like if I get 150 Panini points for that, come on. Like they just don't care about collectors if that's what they're going to do. Like, come on, you got to give something, right? I need to be able, I would be okay if you're replacing it with another actual autograph card of somebody on even a close level to the player that you sent in, but to just say, here, have points that you can't really buy anything with, just a big slap in the face to collect.
Whoa. I have to push back, Mike. I'm looking on their website now. You can get a James Morgan Prism rookie neon green pulsar autograph for 150 points. I mean,
I stand corrected. I'm going to have to edit my whole thing out there. Yeah. I could get 3 of them.
You get 3 of those for those 450 points. Easy.
So no, I haven't opened a ton of Panini stuff, but I know like they actually insert Panini points in place of some like autographs and stuff. Yeah. So like what's worse, to get a redemption that you know is going to end up being Panini points, or getting the Panini points right out of the pack? Like which is worse?
I think having the redemption is worse because you had hope that you're actually going to get that card, and then you never do anyway. So I feel like we should put out a product. Like I could have like Mickey Mantle autographs in mine and Joe DiMaggio, Ty Cobb. Yeah. Craziest thing. We're going to do redemptions for them, but you could get all those out of our product.
You give out points, but the points are only good to redeem cards with our autographs on them in our marketplace.
I like that. I had a Leaf redemption that came back super quick. I mean, say what you will about Leaf. I think it was Rashad Bateman or Javonte Williams. One
It
of those
wasn't
guys.
CeeDee Lamb. I know that much.
Oh, do you have one waiting?
No, he's the guy that they sued because he didn't.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The card.
But I think beyond him, I think that your experience, Joe, is pretty regular. I think people have said that they get stuff back from Leaf like super fast. I think I've heard that from a couple of people, or seen that on Twitter from a couple of people.
Well, and more Panini news too. I don't know if you guys saw this, but apparently the rookie card this year in Prism of Scotty Barnes, they determined that the photo that Panini used was a photo from him in high school that they photoshopped his pro uniform on. You're talking about a guy in a product that just came out. So he played an entire NBA season. He played in the playoffs, yet they chose to take a photo from high school and Photoshop it. Again, Panini just doesn't care, do they? What, it cost too much for a Scotty Barnes photo in a pro uniform? What?
Clearly, it's COVID shortages. It's got to be what it is.
Yeah, it has to be, you know? They only play, I don't know, what, 80 some games?
Right, plus playoffs. I mean, was this the one that the fans in the background were wearing his high school colors or something? Because there was another card, I think Sports Card Dad actually brought it up, that there was another card that you could see it was either the high school, maybe it was this card, or the college card. Fans in the audience were wearing the college colors or the college logos, and it's like, come on, man. And we talked about this with Prism Football. I mean, they had guys that were still in practice jerseys, that were in combine uniforms, and this is not just this year. This happens with Prism products all the time, but this year I think it's gotten even worse, going all the way back to high school, because you can't get a picture of them from the pros.
And it feels like it would take more work to Photoshop, wouldn't it? I don't, maybe not, to get a Photoshop on it to look good instead of just taking. You're the design and newspaper guy, EP. Which one's harder? Taking
photoshopping. If somebody's good with photoshopping, it would take seconds, like a couple minutes, depending on the kind of photo. The issue that you run into is you need to make sure you have the licensing for that photo. Like if they like stole it from a newspaper or something, like they could get in a crap ton of trouble. Like if they just like, oh, we'll just steal this off the internet or off of a newspaper website or something like that. Like if they do that and they don't get the rights to that photo, like if they try to go around it and Photoshop, then they could have some issues there.
Well, did they steal some artist work for some of their downtowns a couple of times? And
I don't know if they stole it, but it was definitely rhyming with whatever that.
It was an homage.
The
artist.
Oh, crazy. Yeah. Well, the good news is we're going to the National, and for only $68,000, we could go to the Panini Super VIP party.
You guys didn't get your tickets yet?
Oh, I got mine. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
68,000? What the hell are you getting for that? How many Panini points do you have to use for that?
I guess you get to go to the Super VIP party where they give you all the free stuff. Yeah. I just read about this, but I signed on to the app the other day and I was looking at the upcoming stuff and I saw the Super VIP party pass for $68,000.
I mean,
but you have to use a credit card, so make sure you clear off enough space on your credit card to make the purchase.
How much was the Chef Boyardee party that we went to before WrestleMania, Mike? Like $50?
I think that was only 50,000. Yeah, I don't know.
And I think
and we got free Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, free Chef Boyardee, beer, wine. I punched Triple H. It was great.
It was a great night. So EP, how many tickets are you getting? You buying for all three of us?
I got one for each of us. I thought
awesome.
I don't know if you guys got yours or not yet, but
I'll wait for mine in the mail. So, yeah.
That's ridiculous. Like you can buy like a block of houses in Danville. Like you could buy two or three houses in Danville, like a corner.
You could buy one box of National Treasures. I mean,
you could.
That's true.
Can you just do that instead?
That's true. Some of the people that buying the cards, like they can afford it, I guess. And so if you can charge that amount, I guess you charge that amount, right? Like,
I guess.
Sports card investor, man. He'll have his whole staff there.
Might as well, yeah. Get all that good stuff though.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, as we're filming, the National is actually only a little over a week away. So by the time people listen to this, it'll be just about a week's time. And
Yeah.
we're headed there. We're going to have a good time there on Friday through Sunday. And my first National, I believe it's both of yours first National too.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we're looking forward. I thought might be fun a little bit to talk about what we're looking forward to and what we're looking for when we get there.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see, because I put out on card Twitter. I was like, so what are the prices like at these big shows? That was one of the things that I was really, because I wanted to stop buying things on eBay over the next, from a couple weeks ago till the National. So about a month or so, because I wanted to save up money and see if you can get better deals. Apparently, the overwhelming response was actually they're more expensive than they are on eBay, which for me, I found kind of counterintuitive. You would think, oh, you're not paying the eBay fees, you don't have to ship it and all that stuff. Someone did bring up the good point that, well, they're paying a lot of money for those tables. So I'm kind of curious what the difference is between, spreading out the cost of all your sales across the rental of those booths versus if you sold all those cards on eBay, how much eBay fees would be taken off. I'd love to see some sort of comparison with that. Maybe that's something that baseball card collector, investor, dealer would answer in one of his Q&A videos. But yeah, for me, I with that news, with that information, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be targeting anything. I'm just going to be looking for deals. I'd like to get, there's a couple of Tom Brady cards, obviously, that have been, I've been kind of circling around a little bit. There's an SPX, 2000 SPX rookie I'd really like to add in a lower grade, which you don't really see on eBay too often. You usually see them if they're 7s and above. If I could, get a 6 that looks really, really nice, I'd look at something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how much, as we're going through and kind of checking prices online, what kind of difference is going to be from if I just bought it on eBay as I'm standing there versus trying to make a deal with someone across the table.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, in your case, maybe looking for something like that in a lower grade, you'll have a little more luck finding it there. Like I got to assume maybe some people might not feel like something's worth putting on eBay in a lower grade. Maybe they keep it for a show, can get a little more for it at a show than they could at eBay, but you're still going to be paying less than you would for that higher grade.
Right.
So,
Right.
That'll be a fun search, though. I'm sure there will be no lack of Tom Brady rookie cards for you to take a look at. Yeah.
Well, and one of the things I'm thinking about too is you can't trade on eBay, right? So, if I'm going to take a couple of Brady's that I have and say, I know they're not going to, hey, I'll trade you this one for this one, because the dealer's there to make some actual cash. But in a situation where maybe I'm trying to package up a couple of things plus cash to get into something I don't have, you can't really do that on eBay. And I know that's a big part of these larger shows. People are interested if they can get a card that they know they can move because maybe it's a little bit cheaper, so it's not as intimidating to a buyer. Plus, maybe they get a couple of those plus cash, they'd be more willing to do that, which, like I said, it's not an option when you're buying online for the most part.
How about you, EP? Are you going to look for anything special?
I was going to look for one, but there was going to be the 1990 Upper Deck Reggie Jackson autograph, which they sell for about $400. But I got more than 100 packs to go through to try to get it.
Well, you have to open the packs now,
right?
So you know whether you need to buy the card or not.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I would. It's a $400 card, like raw. Like I don't know if I'd spend $400 on a single card. So that's not my jam.
Yeah, but what a card!
Well, it's an awesome card, hand numbered to 2,500, and it's got
what a card and
art card
and it's a great story to tell. You bought this card at the National. How often are you going to go to the National? How often are you going to actually consider buying a card like that?
I have a weird feeling this might be like a once in a lifetime trip to the National. Like, I mean, if it comes back to the East Coast, sure, I might do it, but I don't know if I would go Chicago possibly, but that's still quite a long ways away. So I mean, like, this is going to be a cool experience. I'm looking forward to the experience, just the experience. Like, if I spend $0 on cards,
definitely.
which is likely, like, I just want it to be a cool experience. I've never been to Atlantic City, never been to the National, and it's going to be a bunch of our kind of idiots out there looking at cards and, just doing dumb card stuff. So I look forward to seeing all the people on all the YouTubers out there recording all their stuff and doing whatever, and us recording our stuff. And it's just going to be so many of the same kinds of people all doing the same kinds of things. It's going to be just a wild, fun time, I think.
Yeah, it will be. You realize, though, you're going with two people who are going to be both the devils on your shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be telling you to do it.
Angel
You
here.
have
Okay,
to
listen,
buy that
listen.
card. If you
If I
find
see-
that card,
if I
you're
see that
going
card-
home with it.
No, that's a lot of money. I might not.
You're
but,
going
but
home with it.
if there is some junk wax at a very cheap price, I don't know if I'll be able to help myself. Like some ridiculous, like $5 for some like 1990 Pro set or something, like something completely ridiculous. Like
you're going to spend $400 on 1990 Upper Deck, and
right.
in the car.
It's funny though, as we're looking at the screen right now, EP is center, and we are. Mike, can you get a couple of emojis of devil horns for both of us as EP's talking about this $400 card that he's going to buy?
We will talk him into that. Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
Even if we have to take him out, get him liquored up, and bring him back,
go back.
We will do it.
Is that a $400 card raw, or is that graded?
400 raw. I think there's one
raw.
that's I've been watching one that's it's going for like, it's at 585 now with like 8 hours to go. Probably 7 hours at this point to go. That's a 9 card 10 auto BGS graded 910, and I mean it. I wouldn't need it to be graded. Raw is fine, but still $400 is still.
Or even a low grade. I mean, I'm sure if you find it in like a PSA 6, but the auto looks good, do you really care?
I don't care at all, but I mean, no.
No,
if for a card like that, I would just to have it would be awesome. So
right.
Well, we will try our best to make
I'm
sure.
sure you guys will. I'm sure you guys will.
I won't even be looking we won't even be looking for our stuff, Mike. We're like, where is that?
I'm stealing myself right now. I'm getting myself armored
well,
up.
I have a couple things. I love 2003 Fleurevant, and I cannot find a box of football from that year for the life of me. There was one on eBay for quite a while, but it was like $500, and like the last two that sold, I think like $125 or so was the most they went for. So I wasn't going to pay $500. I had emailed the person. They had no interest in selling it. Like, I would have paid obviously well over 125, but they were sticking to their 500. So I would like to look around. I don't know what the odds of finding something like that would be, but that is definitely something. If I find it at the right price, I'm not leaving without one, maybe two, depending on the price. Actually, going back to my old PC, Paul Heyman there, he has a 1992 Topps WCW. They were released in the UK, and I have been watching. It was a Poly Dangerously card, and I've been watching eBay and have not found one for the last 3 or 4 months that I've been looking. And if I found one of those there, I think I would probably scarf that up regardless of what it cost me. So so just looking for specific things. I don't know how much I'll end up buying. I might not buy anything if I don't find what I want, but like you said, EP, the experience of being there and like being in that mass of people and seeing all the cards and all the deals going down, I think it's going to be pretty cool.
And it seems like a lot of the shows too have like sections, like, the Marvel section, kind of the wrestling section. Obviously some dealers are a hodgepodge, but it'll be fun. And in terms of wax, I've seen videos from previous nationals where people will just walk past just tables and tables and tables of sealed wax from Baseball Card Exchange, and just, I mean, everything, not just recent, but a lot of like junk wax and stuff like that. Just make sure there's no, G.I. Joe cards or anything in the
the stuff that I'll be buying, when they wouldn't take the time to take those
The
packs
G.I.
out.
Joe might be worth more.
I'd be buying the G.I. Joe. Yeah, I'd be buying the G.I. Joe cards. I'd be the one buying the box with G.I. Joe cards in it already.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good time. Obviously, we're also looking forward to the hanging out and stuff and doing some content from there. I'm not sure exactly what form that's going to take, but we're definitely going to be planning on doing some content from there, and that, yeah, just hanging out with you guys and having a good time. I mean, we're in Atlantic City. We have a lot of things to do down
Yeah. It won't be. Just make sure if I go and sit and play poker at some point after 6 to 8 hours,
Come
just
get you.
grab me,
drag you out of there.
It'd be like, Joe Day, have you hydrated? What's the situation?
We will definitely be heading into the Tropicana, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Considering we're right by it. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm looking forward to that too. I'm a little bit of a casino guy. I always lose money when I go into them, but hey, they're fun.
That's how you have to think of it. As
I
soon
know.
as you think of it as, I'm going to win. Well, you're going to lose. So
Yeah,
you think,
what I buy might depend on how much I lose in the casinos.
right. And honestly, I mean, what bigger gamble is it than buying current wax and ripping it?
Yeah, really. I can't lose any more money than I already have by buying the WWE Prism.
I think playing blackjack has better odds of winning than opening up that prism.
Literally any game of the casino.
Yeah, I think I could like play the lotto and have a better odds of hitting it than getting something out of that.
So have you guys had like anyone like come up to you and be like, oh, hey, can you check something out for me? EP, our friend Rob is not going, but he's been looking for one very specific card, right, for to complete his set. Did he get that?
Well, I mean, spoilers for our podcast coming out Thursday, the Collecting Cardboard podcast at daylatum.com. You can go there and listen, or you can listen on Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. He reveals that he reveals that he did get his final card. He did not overpay for it. Actually got a random act of kindness. Somebody gave it to him.
That sucks.
So he got it for his price.
He did.
Yep.
But I actually had someone. I was just at a party last week, and they said, "Oh, what are you doing? What trips you have planned?" And I mentioned I was going to the National. He's like, "Hey, can you find me like some random like Pirates thing? I'm sure there's something. Give me a little bit more of a. I don't want to break the bank. I don't want
random.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna find him like a Jack Sparrow autograph. Is this what you meant?
Yeah.
You meant a Johnny Depp Jack Sparrow autograph? But yeah, I've had people come up to me and ask me, hey, can you keep an eye out for this or that? I don't know if you guys, I guess with Rob already completing his set, that's not something you'll need to do.
No, I haven't had anybody say anything to me about it. Like, no.
And I literally know nobody in person that collects cards. So nobody's
Amy,
coming after me for anything.
The wife didn't want you to pick anything up for?
Not that I know of yet. I mean, maybe as we're heading out the door, she might have a list. But
she's a big Brian Urlacher fan.
No,
so
actually, though, she's very interested in like a Wanda Maximoff stuff for Scarlet Witch. If I could find something cool in Wanda that doesn't cost a whole lot, I would pick that up for her. I think she'd be interested in that.
And there's like all sorts of like wall art type things that people sell there. There's Upper Deck, I think it's Black Diamond does the movie type sets instead of just the comic book sets. So there probably would be for sure.
Yeah, I feel like the whole, like, if you're going to collect to get something, like, this is the place to go. Like, you should literally have access to almost anything that you in the card collecting world that you want.
Collecting world,
sports collecting world. Yeah,
I think comic books will be there too.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I'm sure none of us really even know what it's going to be like when we walk in and we're like, wow.
Right. Well,
so
that's what makes. That's what makes this pod so difficult, is because we are going with very unknown expectations. I know I have an idea of what they'll have, but you really don't know for sure, what cards will be there, what the prices will be like. We've never experienced a show like that. Yeah,
I've seen and heard a couple of things here and there, but one of I listened to on Sports Card Nation podcast this week. I listened to it on my commute to work. Jim Beckett, Dr. Jim Beckett, like, is in Beckett Magazine, was on there, and it was great. And he's been like to every single one from the very beginning, like 1980s. And he said that he's just going over it was really cool. I think it was like first Atlantic City win was like 1988 maybe or something like that, and that was also like Upper Deck was there. And they were, before they even had a card out, like they were saying about how they're going to charge $1 a pack, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, $1 a pack? Are you kidding me?" And
wow.
like they hadn't even released their cards yet. But I mean, like just it was a really cool podcast, and hearing him talk about it and talk about how it was historically and how it is today, and I still can't wrap my head around what it's going to be about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's part of my excitement too, is like I could watch some videos and get a better feel, but I really don't want to. I want to walk in and experience that for myself and be like I said, just wow. I want to be wowed by it. So, and I'm sure I will be. Should be a fun trip.
Yeah, just hoping we don't run into some of the folks that we don't care for.
I mean, I would
don't
love
care
to run
about us.
I would love to run into Dr. Beckett and some of the hosts of some of the stuff that I do like, though. I mean, that would be something for sure that I'd be excited about.
And I put a couple of cards aside that I'd like to get autographed too. The autograph list is pretty cool. I think I mentioned it on the last pod. Marino's going to be there and Dorset will be there. So I actually had a couple of. I bought a Marino jersey card from Pitt, so he's in his Pitt uniform and it's a Pitt jersey card. I'm going to take that and see if he'll autograph that. I think that would be pretty cool. And a couple of I forget if it was Fleer Retro or Upper Deck Retro at the time. I have a Marino card and I have a Tony Dorsett card that they have like a flat surface. They're not glossy, so they'd be really easy.
They'd be great.
So I pulled a couple of those. I thought might be fun to have them autographed. So stuff like that I think is going to be cool. Like not just the card part of it and going and getting boxes and singles and stuff, but just like the other parts of it, the card art or the different ancillary things that go on with it. Seeing a Honus Wagner card, I'm sure one will be on display, stuff like that. I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed. We're going down a day too late, but they're having, I think for the first time, they're having a wrestling card forum on Thursday night. And, I'm a little disappointed I'm going to miss that, but like really cool. I'm into wrestling cards. So for them to be able to take the big stage at the biggest show of the year is really cool. And really shows how far wrestling cards have come. So I hope everybody that watches this that are into wrestling cards that might be going, check that out if they're down there on Thursday night, because, pretty cool thing. And I think it's pretty awesome. Like I said, darn. Why do I have to go down Friday?
Yeah, right. We're trying to extend the stay at the Airbnb.
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe they'll pick you to do a box break, hobby of Prism box break. No, you don't.
They'll show how not to buy wrestling cards. Don't do what Mike did. They might have me on video there doing that. Who knows? I might be a case study.
They'll show you opening that box and say, "Okay, Mike, here's a case. Go ahead, open it up."
Oh yeah.
Well, and then EP, I mean, Mike kind of owes you a little bit after forcing him to open up that box. So now if he's the devil in your shoulder for that $400 Reggie Jackson autograph, I mean, it's kind of equals out.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
I don't think it is. It seems.
And you can be the devil on my shoulder, and you can twist my arm to buy a Tom Brady rookie card. Someone's going to have to twist it, I'm sure. So
I'm sure.
If I'm one thing, I'm always the devil on somebody's shoulder.
Yeah, you're
that's
good.
That's what
I
do.
Too.
Yes, I'm good at agitating. Yeah.
No, we'll be getting ready to pass out, Mike, and he'll be like, "Come on, one more beer, one more drink. Let's do one more."
Then wake up and pound one hip.
Yeah.
Next morning. Yep.
I'm too old for this shit. All right, boys. Well, who says you need to pre-plan for a podcast? I don't know. We don't make the rules. So, well, that's all we got for this week. We'll be back next week. And take care, boys.
See you, boys.
Adios.